All right, thank you for coming to class today. Dakota's going to join us for class. She's all cozy, nestled up in her little spot. She's being a good girl. So we're going to do a nice flow class today, and we're actually going to start standing. So let's go ahead and come to the top edge of our mat. Big toes facing forward, feet hip width apart. Just kind of get everything settled. Feel your weight evenly distributed on your feet. Become aware of any tension in your body. Deep breaths in and out. Maybe close the eyes so you can kind of settle into the body a little more. One more deep breath in and out together. And then we'll take an inhale, exhale, start to peel your spine off your imaginary wall. We're going to roll down one bone at a time. If your low back feels a little tight today, just soften the knees as you roll down. As you reach the bottom, you can bend your knees or keep them straight or straighten them, whatever feels better for your body today. I'm going to keep mine a little soft for the first one or two roll downs. Allowing the head and the arms to be very heavy. Maybe shake the head no and yes. Just to release any tension in the neck. Deep breath in through the nose. And on our exhale, let's scoop through the abs and restack our spine all the way back up against our imaginary wall. As you reach the top, you can straighten the knees. Allow the shoulders to reach to opposite sides of the room, and chin is the last thing to lift. And let's do that again. Tuck chin and chest, rolling down. Bone by bone. Arms and head hang down heavy. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, scoop, restack all the way back up. Nice and slow so you feel that stretch through your spine, through your postural muscles. Inhale, lifting at the top, and two more times. Tuck chin and chest, rolling down. Maybe this time you straighten your legs at the bottom so you feel that nice stretch in the backs of the legs. Keeping the head and the arms heavy. We're going to stay here for a couple deep breaths in and out. Let's go ahead and bend one knee. So you feel that deep and stretch in the leg that's straight. On your next exhale, switch sides. And then let's soften both knees, scoop, restack the spine, and as you're re-scooping, you can straighten the legs again. And again, shoulders reach to opposite sides of the room. Chin is the last thing to lift. One more time. Again, taking this one, legs straight at the bottom if you can. Again, head and arms hang heavy. Let's shake our head yes and no again. And on our next exhale, scoop, restack your spine all the way back up against your imaginary wall. Chin is the last thing to lift. Now we're going to add some walkouts into some squats to kind of warm up our body. So big movements today. Tuck chin and chest, rolling down. Bringing the hands onto the mat, so bend the knees if you need to. We're going to walk out into a full plank position. Try not to wag our tail. Just get your body settled in your plank. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Make sure the hips are in alignment with the shoulders, that they're not up or sinking down. And from this position, we're going to bend the knees, kind of pushing away from the floor, shoulders down. Check your knees, make sure they're in alignment with your feet and your hips. And then we're going to press ourselves back forward on our inhale. Let's do that again. Exhale, squat. Inhale, forward. We're going to do 8 more. 7. 6. Really feel that work through your shoulder girdle as you push away. 5. Shoulders stay down. 4. 3. 2. One more time. We're going to pike our hips up, drop the heels, drop the shoulders, melt the ribs down, and then lift the sits bones. We'll just stay here for a little stretch. We'll bend one knee, driving the opposite heel towards the floor. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, switch sides. And then both heels down. We're going to start to walk our hands back to our feet, trying really hard not to wag the tail. Allowing the body to be heavy once you find your feet. And restack the spine on your exhale. Nice and slow. As we reach the top, chin is the last thing to lift. We're going to take the arms high, and I want you to grab the right wrist with your left hand. We're going to pull up and take a side bend up and over. Resist the hips shifting out to the side, so keep even weight on your feet. We're going to come all the way back to center. Grab the other wrist, so grab your left wrist with your right hand, pull up. Equal weight between the feet, take your side bend to the right. Coming back to center, let's do that again, both sides. So make sure your shoulders are staying forward, you're not rotating down to the floor. One more time. And then coming back to center, we'll take the arms out to the side and to the sides of our body. So from here, let's come to the front of our mat. And we're going to cross one leg in front of the other and practice our slow sit down onto our mat. So reaching the arms forward, bending the knees. Heels will come up, keep bending the knees. When you can't bend the knees anymore, keep stretching those arms forward. And then the heels come down, hips come down. And we're going to scoot back a little bit, relax the feet, anchor your heels into the mat. Take the arms by your ears, shoulders down just like our squats. And then we're going to find our C curve here, staying on the sits bones. So we're just going to round over the legs. From that position, we're going to inhale back, exhale up, keeping that C curve 10 times. 8. If having the arms overhead is a little too hard, you can bring them down in front of you. 5 more. 4 more, so you're only going back as far as you can keep your C curve. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. When you feel your sits bones, restack your spine right on top of them, keeping those arms overhead, shoulders down, and then we're going to take the arms out in front, palms face down. Pull the shoulder blades back so they feel like they're flat against your back. Nice and tall through your spine, and we're going to lean back. Come right back up. Inhale, lean. Exhale up. So keeping a flat back. You're going to feel a little more work through the low abs and the hip flexors here in your mid back. We're going to do 5 more, then we're going to add a twist. 4. Equal weight on your sit bones. 3. 2. And 1. Now as we lean back, we're going to pull one elbow back. You're going to rotate towards it, and you're going to shoot that arm forward to bring you back up onto the sit bones, keeping the shoulder blades flat against the back. Let's do the other side. Lean back, pull the elbow back with you, come right back up. Now when we add a twist, it gets harder because you got to keep equal weight on your hips. You don't want to shift your body weight to one side as you rotate from the ribs. So make sure you got even weight on your hips. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Let's do 2 more. And 1 more. Now this time we're going to lean back, stay. You're going to do little marches with your feet, keeping that even weight on your hips. Let's go for another 8, 7, lift your heart, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come right back up onto the sits bones. We're going to take the legs down to the bottom corners of the mat. Find the sit bones again. If you need to bend the knees to release your hamstrings, you can. We're going to take a stretch forward and right into roll up. So leading back at the pubic bone, you're going to roll down 1 bone at a time. Take an inhale, press the body onto the mat as you stretch the arms overhead. Shoulders are down so you feel the shoulder girdle working. Arms float up, tuck chin to chest. Exhale, come all the way up, relax the feet, reach forward, look down between the legs. Scoop and roll back again, 1 bone at a time. So we're going to do this 5 more times with the 4 breath pattern. Exhaling up, inhaling, stretching. Exhaling down, inhale, stretching. 4 more times. Flexing the feet as you stretch. Keep them flexed as you roll down, so you're setting your heels in the opposite direction of your abs. Three more. Two more. One more time, everybody. We're going to do one more roll down. Then we're going to set up for 100s. So let's go ahead and stay in neutral. You're going to keep that little teacup balance right on top of the pelvis. And we're going to take our arms down to the side, pull the shoulder blades back so they feel flat against your mat. And then we're going to bring the legs to tabletop. Let's have the knees slightly apart, feet together, so that when we extend our legs, we'll be in a turned out position. Tuck chin to chest. Let's come up into our first ab prep, reaching through the fingertips. Make sure you're still in neutral. Start to pump the arms and send the legs out. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, navel to the spine. 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Feel your abs pull down deeper as you exhale. In, out. Squeezing the legs together, send energy through your legs, reach them long. 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and rest. Go ahead and roll side to side. Deep breaths in and out. Just give your spine a little bit of a break from holding our 100 position. We're going to bring our feet onto the mat, hip width apart, arms, take them overhead. Deep breath in to prepare, exhale, imprint. We're going to roll up into a shoulder bridge as we bring our arms down to our side. At the top, making sure your knees are still in alignment with your hips. The glutes are working, heart is softening so that the ribs are down towards the hips. Feel like your head is kind of lengthening away here. And then on our next exhale, let's continue that softening through the heart, rolling down one bone at a time as we take the arms back overhead. Remember, those shoulder blades stay on the mat as we do the arm movements. Imprint, rolling up into your bridge. Hold up on your inhale. Exhale, soften, roll back down. This should feel kind of nice. 2 more times. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, rolling up. Inhale, hold. And exhale, soften to roll down. One last time. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, rolling up. Inhale, hold. Exhale, rolling down. Take those arms overhead. We're going to bring our arms down to the side of the body, and we're going to press our hips up 10 times. Here we go. 10, 9. So go all the way up, all the way down. 8, 7, knees hip width apart. 6, 5. This time we're just keeping our spine straight, so we're not rolling, we're just lifting. 2, 1. Now, as you come up, you're going to bring one leg to tabletop. We're going to put that foot down. So it's going to feel like you're taking a gigantic step. We're going to alternate sides. So it's the same thing we just did, only single leg. Big step. Big step. And press. And press. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the arms overhead. Inhale, exhale, imprint. Roll back up into your bridge as you bring your arms down to your side. So use the back of the arms to help you keep the heart down. Squeeze the glutes. We're going to go very slow. Taking the right leg up to the ceiling. We only have 4. Flex your foot. You're going to lower the leg so that it's parallel to the left thigh. Point the toe. Lift it back up. Go slow. We only have 3 more. Keep the hips lifted and keep that right hip parallel to the left hip. So as the leg lowers, really focus on lifting those hips up. As it lifts, Keep them up. We're going to keep our leg high, soften, roll down, keeping the arms at the side. Just try to go right through the center of your spine. You're going to grab a hold of that right leg, give it a little stretch towards you, keeping your knees straight. Tuck chin to chest, curl up, send the left leg out, right into scissors. We're going to reach away, switch. Exhale, exhale, inhale. Anchor through the hips, especially the one where the leg is going down. And that's going to help you feel like your hips are cemented to the floor. Two more sets. Last set. We'll end with the left leg coming in and then hug the knees in. Bring your feet onto the floor. Arms to the side of the body. Take a deep breath in, arms overhead. Exhale, imprint, rolling up into your bridge, bringing the arms back down to your side. Again, soften the heart, squeeze the glutes. Keep the hips here, take that left leg up. Point the toe, reach it up, flex, lower the leg, keep those hips up. Point and lift. Go slow, use your breath. We only have 4. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. One more time. Keep the leg up, soften, roll down bone by bone. Try to go right through the center of your spine. And then in this position, we're just going to pick our hips up a little bit. You can bend the knee or keep it up. Place your hands right behind your hips, elbows slightly bent. And then we're going to take that right leg up to meet the left leg. Together in parallel, tuck chin and chest, curl up, 8 lower lifts. Inhale, exhale. So as we go down, we want to feel and see our belly sink deeper to the spine. And as we lift up, we're trying to just keep our hips still. So we're resisting our hips and our low spine kind of tipping towards the floor as you lift. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. And we're going to hug the knees in and just roll side to side again on the spine. Deep breaths in and out. Let's go ahead and roll onto our left side. We're going to rest on our arm today. Bring your feet down to the bottom front corner of your mat and find your mouse house through your bottom natural waist and the floor. Keep this hip from rolling back or rolling in. So you want it stacked right in the bottom hip. Reach through both legs. We're going to take the top hand down in front to act like a little kickstand. And we're going to keep that bottom foot on the mat for right now. Take the top leg up, flex the foot. You're going to swing it forward without losing your mouse house and do 2 kicks forward. 1, 2, point the toe, and as it passes the bottom leg, you're going to turn it out and reach to the back corner of your room. Flex, swing it forward, 2 reaches forward, big long stretch back. So the breathing is exhale, exhale, inhale. So we milk that opening of the hip as we go back. Let's do 4 more. 3 more. Bottom leg stays as your anchor. 2 more. 1 more. Now just bring the top leg in alignment with the bottom leg, but keep it turned out. Keep your mouse house. Top hip over the bottom hip. You can place your top hand on your hip to make sure that it's staying there. We're going to do little circles for 8 each way. Your circles will be about as big as a tennis ball. What we want to do is just, again, isolate the movement from the hips. So the hips aren't moving, it's just the hip joints, just the leg. Reverse, 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep this still. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna lower the top leg down to the bottom leg. You can keep your hand here or bring it down in front to act like your little kickstand again. And we're gonna take our legs straight up, flex the foot, squeeze the inner thighs together. Now, as you lift your leg up, don't worry about how high it goes. What you want to focus on is keeping your mouse house. So as the leg comes up, you're going to want to collapse that. So resist collapsing through the bottom waist. We're going to do 6 more. Exhale. Inhale. Really stretch the leg away. Inhale. 4 more. 3. Give that leg a nice stretch today, 2. And 1. Very nice. We're going to bend the knees, lift the feet, hand on the hip. Make sure it's not rolled forward or back. And 10 clamshells. Just rotating up and back down. It's a lot of lateral rotator work today. 5 more. 3, 2, 1. We're going to lower the feet, take the legs straight down. So now your whole body is in alignment with the front edge of your mat. We're going to reach through both legs so far that the legs come up into a hover. Your natural waist is still lifted with your mouse house. The top hand can stay in front to help you with your balance. If you want more of a challenge, you can keep it on your hip or take it overhead. Just make sure that shoulder doesn't hike up to your ear. We're going to take the top leg, lift and lower, keeping it facing forward to work the abductors of the hip. So now you'll start to feel it more on the side of your hip instead of the back. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now keep the leg up. Bottom leg squeezes up to lift it. Now this one's kind of hard because when you start to lift your bottom leg, your body's going to want to roll. So I want you to resist that. Resist any tension in the upper body as you lift that bottom leg. If you find you're getting tension, make your lift a little slower. So don't make it so big. 2 more. 1 more. Now we're going to squeeze both legs together and do little lifts. So as we're doing this, we're only moving from the hip joint. So as I lift my legs, my bottom leg gets a little shorter. And as I lower my legs, my top leg gets a little shorter. You can kind of see that happening. So we're just doing abduction and adduction in the hip joint. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push your hand down, bend your knees. Let's push ourselves all the way up. Opening up that bottom leg so you're in like a merman or mermaid leg position. We're going to take a stretch up and over. Opening up where our mouse house was. We're going to lie all the way down on our stomach, making a pillow with your hands. Rest your forehead on your pillow. Tops of the feet on the floor. We're going to straighten the legs, lengthen the tailbone to the heels, and just lift your head and chest off your pillow. Shoulders down. Pull the belly in more. Lift your pillow to your head. Legs are still on the floor. We're going to slide our fingertips to the tops of the shoulders. And we're going to do little lifts up to the ceiling. Up. Up. And every time you lift, your belly is pulling up. Feet stay on the floor. Up. Up. 4 more. I'm using an exhale as I lift, but you can also use an inhale. We're going to stay. I want you to take the arms, reach them back, thumbs down. Lift a little higher, pull your abs in more. Take the legs off the floor. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down, push yourself back into a shell stretch. Your legs can be together or knees apart, feet together. And we'll just take a couple deep breaths in and out here for a moment. On your next exhale, let's restack our spine all the way back up. And let's do the other side. So if you were mirroring me, you're now going to lie down on your right side. We're going to let our head rest on our arm. Create your mouse house. Take the legs to the bottom front corner of your mat. And we're going to go ahead and go right into our leg kicks. Top leg lifts hip width, flex the foot, bring it forward, 2 kicks. 1, 2. As it passes the bottom leg, you turn it out, reach it to the back corner of your room, and flex, kick forward. Inhale, swing it back. The bottom leg's going to be your anchor, and you want to keep your mouse house the same. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more time. Bring the leg just in alignment with the bottom leg, keeping it turned out and hip width apart. Keep your mouse house. Let's go right into our little circles, about as big as a tennis ball. Again, we're isolating the hip joint, so try not to move the hips as you're doing your circles. Reverse it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you're going to squeeze that leg down to the bottom leg. Keep your mouse house. We're going to lift it up. Don't collapse. Flex the foot. Squeeze those legs together. Lengthen through the leg. Lift. Reach through the heel. Reach through the toes. Reach through the heel. 6 more times. So you're going to start to feel the bottom obliques working. You're trying to hold that mouse house. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees, lift the feet, hand on the hip to make sure the hip doesn't roll forward or back. 10 clamshells. So again, working those lateral rotators, just breathe through that burn. 2. I don't know where 2 came from, we got 5 more. 3, 2, and 1. Now lower the feet for more of a challenge. Keep your hand here, keep your mouse house, and see if you can stretch those legs down so that your whole body's in alignment with the mat. You're reaching through your legs so much that they're coming up into a little hover. Keep your hand here, or bring it onto the mat to help you with your balance, or take it overhead, shoulder down. Keeping your top leg looking forward, we're gonna lift and lower for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. So starting to feel it right there. Top leg's gonna lift, bottom leg lifts to meet it. If you start to feel your body wobbling around, just take the hand down here or make your lift a little smaller. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now lower both legs back into your hover. And we're going to do the little lifts. So this is the one where your hips don't move. So what happens is when you lift your legs, the bottom leg will get a little shorter. As you lower the legs, the top leg will get a little shorter. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, all that burns. 1, and rest. Whew. My inner thigh and my bottom leg was starting to really burn there. Go ahead and push yourself up, legs in your merman or mermaid position, and we'll take a stretch over the legs just to open up where our mouse house was. And then we're gonna cartwheel the arms down, roll onto our belly. Make that pillow with your hands and rest your forehead on your pillow. Lengthen the tailbone, straighten the knees so the thighs come off, and you're just going to lift the head and chest off of your pillow. Lengthen the tailbone more. We're going to bring our pillow up to our head. And then we're going to slide our hands to the tops of the shoulder blades again, pulling the shoulder blades back. And we're going to do little lifts for 10, 9. So again, as you lift, your belly is actually lifting up. Resist pushing the belly into the floor as you lift. And instead, feel as though you're trying to pull it away from the floor. Legs are still down, or feet are still down. One more time, we're going to hold. Take the arms out and down to your sides, palms face down. I want you to see if you can lift up a little higher. Pull your belly in more, and then take those legs, reach them so far out that they come up. We're going to hold this. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down, push yourself into a shell stretch. Legs can be together or knees can be apart. We'll just do several deep breaths in and out in our shell stretch. On your next exhale, restack your spine all the way back up. We're going to come into a 4-point quadruped position, so on the hands and the knees. Your sit bones will feel like they're looking straight back. I want you to pull those shoulders back and down to make sure you feel the muscles underneath your armpits along the side of your ribs engaging. We're going to curl the toes under, lift our knees into a hover. 1 minute, go. Keep breathing, keep pressing into the knuckles, keep the shoulders down. Sit bones looking straight back so your back will feel relaxed. Right when we picked our knees up, you'll feel your core engaged, like you're being braced. Everything just gets very tight. You'll start to feel your quads working just from holding this position. Halfway there, keep going. Breathe. Equal weight in your feet. Keep your head lifted. 15 seconds, we can do it. Not too bad. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2. Gently bring the knees down. We're going to bring our feet together, knees wide. I want you to sit back in a flat back child's pose. Reaching the arms forward, shoulders down. So you get a nice release through your hips and through your shoulders. Couple deep breaths in and out here. Okay, from here we're going to come back into our 4-point quadruped, 4-point kneeling position, and we're now going to hold a full plank for 1 minute. I'll leave it up to you if you want to stay on your hands or come down to your forearms. Forearms will be a little easier on the shoulder joint, but it is harder on your core. So you guys can choose what you want to do. I'm going to do my forearms today, make it a little more challenging for my core. So get yourself set up. You can lace your hands together. Make sure, again, the shoulders are down. So again, we're feeling the muscles underneath the arms along the side of the ribs engage as we're going to come up into our plank. When you're ready, let's step our legs back. Legs together, begin. Squeeze those legs together. Make sure your butt is down. Shoulders down, abs in. And just keep breathing. Head is lifted and back. All right, looking down between your wrists. Your body starts to shake a little bit, just breathe. Keep the shoulders down, equal weight in your elbows. Halfway there. You can do it. Keep going. If you start to get a little tired, maybe shift your weight in your forearms and then back into your heels a little bit. Deep breaths in and out. 15 seconds. Keep going, you guys. We're almost there. We got 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently bring your knees down. Feet together, knees wide, and let's go ahead and rest in our flat back child's pose again. Deep breathing in and out. Let your heart rate come down a little bit. Rest the muscles in the shoulders, the core, and the back. On your next exhale, let's go ahead and restack our spine right up onto our hips. As long as that, this amount of flexion feels okay for your knees. Chin is the last thing to lift. Then we're going to cross our ankles, roll over the feet and the knees, coming into a seated position with your legs straight out in front. We're going to do just a modification, or not a modification, but the prep for control front balance. So you're going to bring your fingertips to face your body, legs together, squeeze the legs together, pull the shoulder blades back, zip up your abs, lift your heart up, look at your knees or your feet, and then pick your hips up. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower the hips back down. So you're going to feel a nice stretch through your shoulders and down through your biceps. Squeeze the legs together. Again, lift the heart, pull the abs up, and lift. And slowly coming down. We're going to do that 2 more times. Exhale, lift. A little inhale to hold. Exhale to lower down. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. And exhale to lower down. And just hug the knees in. Give your arms a little bit of a break. Big stretch through the pecs and the biceps. Right, from this position, grab the backs of your legs and we're going to scoop and roll down bone by bone. Bringing our hands up behind the head, lacing the fingers together so your head rests in your hands. Making sure the feet are a little bit closer to your body, hip width apart. We're going to start to roll through the spine by doing a bridge and a curl, alternating those together. So it actually feels kind of nice because you're going to be rolling on your spine. Tuck chin and chest, we're going to curl up into a crunch. As you start to lower down, you lift your hips up into a bridge. As you lower the hips, you curl up into your crunch. As you lift the hips, you roll up into your bridge. Exhale, upper body curls. Inhale, lower body lifts. Let's do that 5 more rounds. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Keep your head and shoulders down and just roll the hips back down bone by bone. Release the hands to your side. That one tends to kind of move you back, so I'm just going to scoot up a little bit. And we're going to imprint our low spine, bring our legs straight up to the ceiling. You're going to reach your arms up towards your legs, but pull the shoulder blades back. And we're going to do curls, reaching up towards our feet. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. So as you curl up, you look up at your feet or at your belly button. 2. We're going to hold this one up, lower the left leg, reach to the outside of the right leg, anchor through the left hip, and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to hold that leg as you lower down. Give it a nice stretch. Lower the left leg all the way down to the floor. And we're going to take our arms out to the side, palms down into single leg circles. So cross your midline with the right leg, hip comes off at your shoulder. Circle down, out to the side, and up 8 times this direction. And then we'll reverse it. Inhale for half your circle, exhale for the other half. These should feel nice, so really work on lengthening through both legs so that left leg keeps your hip anchored. You're getting a nice reach through the right leg. 2 more this direction. 1 more. Let's reverse it out to the side, down, cross your midline. Pull the hip back onto the floor. Inhale for half your circle. Exhale for the other half. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Hug the knee in. And then hug it in towards your shoulders so you open up your hip a little bit. And then we're going to bring it all the way across our body onto the floor and then take the right arm behind you into a spinal twist. As you exhale, focus on feeling like you're squeezing out your spine like a little sponge. And we'll do that 3 deep breaths in and out. And then we're going to come back to center. Just give the right knee a nice hug in towards your body again. Center your hips on the mat. Imprint. Bring your legs right up to the ceiling, reaching the arms up towards them. And we're going to do our crunches in the center. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to stay, lower the right leg, reach both arms to the outside of your left leg, anchoring through that right hip, and pulse it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab onto that leg, lower down, give it a little stretch in, and lower that right leg down. So you're stretching your legs away from each other. Take the arms out to the side, cross your midline, shoulder stays on, hip goes off. Circle down, out to the side, back to center. Inhale for half your circle, exhale for the other half. 6 more times this direction, then we'll reverse it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's reverse. Leg goes out to the side, down, crosses your midline. Pull the hip back. Inhaling and exhaling. Again, stretch through both legs. So the reaching through your right leg keeps your hip anchored, and then reaching through your left leg resists popping in your hip. It gives you that nice stretch out of your hip joint. 2 more. 1 more. Hug the knee in. Bring it in towards your armpit so you're opening up the hip. Relax any tension in the neck, shoulders, and face. And then we're going to cross it over our body. Try to bring it onto the floor. It's okay if it doesn't go all the way onto the floor. And then take your left arm behind you. Deep breaths in and out. On each exhale, focus on squeezing your spine out like a little sponge. We're going to do 3 more deep breaths in and out together. Go ahead and circle or bring your leg back to center. And we're going to extend our legs down to the bottom of the mat. Arms to the side of the body. We're going to do 1 teaser prep, but I'm going to change it a little bit today to make it more challenging. And then we're going to try to do 3 full teasers advanced, but you can always stay with the prep, all right? So we're going to pull the hip bones together, because what we're going to do is bend the knees and slide the feet along the mat. And when you do that, the weight of your legs is going to make you want to arch your back like that. So we want to resist that. So right away, we're going to engage through the abs. Pull them up and in, nice and tight, so hip bones together, sit bones together. And you're gonna slowly slide your feet in, trying not to arch your back. Toes on, tuck chin and chest. You're gonna curl up. As you start to lift your feet, you're gonna roll all the way up to the back of the sit bones, into a teaser with the legs in tabletop. And then if you want, you can keep your legs here or extend them. No matter what you choose, we're all gonna take our arms overhead. So you can be here or you can be here. Now, if your legs are straight, you're gonna start to bend the knees, floating the arms down to bring your toes onto the floor. As you roll back, start to extend the legs, sliding them straight along the floor without arching your back excessively. So let's try that one more time because it is a lot to think about. Hip bones together, slide the legs in, tuck chin and chest, start to roll up. Lift your feet. My feet are making a squeaking noise on the mat, so Dakota's all interested in the noise that they're making. And then roll back down. Are my feet squeaking? And then slide the legs straight. So we're going to do 2 advanced teasers. Feel free to do those because they are hard, and you're also kind of prepping yourself to do an advance. So choose where you want to be. Tuck chin and chest. For those of you who are doing advanced, we're going to curl up. Legs and the tailbone to the heels. Reach through your legs so your legs come up. You can bend your knees at the top or keep them legs straight. And then we're all going to scoop, roll back, float those arms back down to your side. One more. Bottoms of the feet together, knees wide. And let's just take a couple deep breaths in and out here. Let your heart rate come down a little bit. Let your abs cool off. We're going to bring our back leg. If you want to mirror me, it will be your right leg over to the left leg. You're going to push yourself up into a seated position on your left hip. The hand is going to be out to the side, your left hand, legs and feet and knees stacked. Your right hand will be at your shin, and we're going to pull the shoulder blades back so they feel like they're flat against our back. We're going to keep them there. And we're going to inhale, come up, pushing the hips forward, and exhale, slowly come down. Inhale up. So as we come down, we're feeling all this work in those muscles underneath the armpit, along the side of the ribs, to keep our shoulders stable as we lower back down. 2 more times. 1 more. We're going to hold this one up. Top leg lifts and lowers 6 times. 5. Keep the shoulder back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly bring everything down. Now we're going to put all that together. Press up, lift the leg. 1 and down. Squeeze 2. So working the abductors of the hip on both sides. 3 and 4. Keep that bottom shoulder stable. 2 more times. 1 more time. Very nice job. Open the feet up into your merman or mermaid style leg position. And we're going to take a stretch up and over. Coming back up, let's do that again, up and over. Coming back up, go ahead and flip your legs the other side. And again, we're going to stack the feet, hips, knees, shins, thighs, all the way together. Bottom hand, spread the fingers wide so you're pressing into the knuckles. Shoulder is going to be back, so make sure it doesn't roll forward. It's pulling back so we get all that engagement underneath here. All right, take an inhale, lift, pushing the hips up and forward. And exhale, control your lower. Inhale up, exhale down. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. We're going to hold this one up. Top leg lifts and lowers 6. 5, stay strong through that bottom arm. 3, 2, 1, lower the leg, lower the hips. Let's put that together. Inhale up, exhale down. So again, working the sides of the hip as you come down. Try to control it so you don't flop. 3 more times. 3, and 2, and 1. Very nice, everybody. Open your feet into that mermaid or merman position. And we're going to take the right arm up and over. Coming up, inhale. Let's do that again. Exhale, up and over. Maybe go down a little deeper. We're going to come up, cartwheel our arms, and turn our bodies to face the mat into that 4-point quadruped position. And we're going to step our left foot forward. Sinking gently down into the right hip so you feel your hip flexor stretch on your right. Come up onto the fingertips, lift the heart. Start to push into the foot of your left leg so that you feel some activation through your hamstring, and we're going to slowly bring our hands up onto our knee. Taking the right arm high, gentle back bend. Bringing that right hand down onto the floor, take the left arm behind you, shoulders back, and then see if you can bend your knee, grab your toes, your ankle, your heel. If you can't, that's okay, just keep your left arm reaching back. If you've got your leg, you're going to feel a stretch in your quad. Deep breaths in and out. Gently release your foot if you have a hold of it. We're going to cartwheel that left hand down to the inside of the left foot. And you're going to come out onto, let your left knee fall out to the side. So you're now on the side of your left foot. Stay here. And of course, if you need a deeper stretch, feel free to drop down to your forearms. We're going to hold this for several breaths in and out. Holding our stretch. Releasing any gripping in the hips. Slowly, if you're on your forearms, start to walk yourself back, bringing that left foot back up onto the mat, knee facing forward. We're going to bring our left hand to the outside of the leg, curl the right toes under, go ahead and straighten the right leg, and then slide your left foot back into a pike. We're going to start to pedal out the feet to work out that stretch on the right, shoulders down, ribs down, sit bones lifted. Dropping the left heel, stay. Dropping the right heel, stay. Dropping both heels, take the right leg high, bend your knee, cross your midline, open up that hip, equal weight between your shoulders and between your hands, and drive your left heel down. Breathe. Lift from under the leg so you're taking the knee up to the ceiling, and see if you can give it a stretch up. Rotate the hip down, bringing your foot down onto the mat. Gently bend the knees, coming back into your 4-point kneeling position, and we'll step the right foot forward. Gentle press down into the left hip. Coming up onto the fingertips, lift your heart. Make sure your right knee is facing forward. Start to press into the right foot so you feel your hamstring engage a little bit, and bring your hands up onto your knee. Left arm high, gentle back bend. Cartwheel that hand down onto the mat. Take the right arm back. Rotate, so both shoulders back again. Stay here. Or see if you can bend your left knee. Grab your ankle, your foot, your toes, and we're gonna hold that stretch. If you can't grab the leg, that's okay, just stay in that rotation. If you have your foot, you're gonna feel your stretch in your quad. Deep breaths in and out. If you have your leg, your foot, gently replace it down onto the mat. We're going to cartwheel that arm down to the inside of the right foot, shoulders back and down. Let your knee fall out to the side, come onto the side of your right foot. It's optional, but if you want a deeper stretch, you can drop down onto your forearms. Breathe, we're going to hold here. Maybe close the eyes so you really focus on feeling the stretch through the hips. Releasing any gripping in the body on your exhales. Slowly come up onto the hands if you're on your forearms, bringing your right knee to face forward so you're planting your foot down. Take your right hand to the outside of the leg. Curl the back toes under, see if you can lift your knee. And we're going to slide our right foot back into a hike. Gently start to pedal out your feet so you're working out that stretch in the front of the left hip. It's a long time to stretch. Shoulders down. We're going to drop our right heel and stay. Drop the left heel and stay. Drop both heels, stay. Left leg high, bend the knee, cross your midline, equal weight between your hands, shoulders down, opening up that hip. Now drive your right heel down. Lifting from underneath the leg, you're going to lift the left knee high, and then see if you can add a stretch up. Rotate the hip down, bringing your foot back onto the mat. We're going to gently bend the knees, legs together or knees apart, and let's rest back in a flat back child's pose. Deep breaths in and out. Start to bring the legs together and bring your arms to your side, coming into a shell stretch. Deep breaths in and out. And we're going to restack our spine nice and slow in our kneeling position as long as that feels okay for your knees. Nice and tall through the spine at the top. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed class today. Dakota's totally like passed out over here. She looks so cute. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you again soon.